I'm going to be ranking the best pink diamond cards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 30 of the best pink diamond cards currently in my team. Let me know in the comment section down below, who do you guys think are the best pink diamond cards in the game right now, and of course let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. But looking at the first pink diamond is going to be pink diamond Caris LeVert. I would say he's probably going to be somewhere in that B tier category. I would say he's a very underrated pink diamond card. He's 6'6" at the 2 with a 6'10" wingspan, great all around stats and badges, and then he does have very solid sigs. I mean, he's got the Donovan Mitchell size up, he's got the John Wall skate. My only flaw with the card is his jump shot really isn't like crazy good. It's an okay release, it's a little bit slow at least in my eyes, but he does have the Trey leaner, which is definitely going to make up for it on the offensive end, especially if you're on current gen, and if you know how to use it on next gen. The Trey leaner can be super effective. So for me, Caris LeVert I think is probably going to start us off somewhere in B tier. Bamba, especially the hero one, is easy A. I think honestly could be S tier. I'm not sure if he's a top 5 pink diamond card in the game, because that's why I like to do it with my S tiers, put the top 5 cards in S tier for that tier list. So I think Bamba, I'm gonna keep an A for now, but I really think he could be an S tier. He's such a good center card in the game. Like I said, especially his hero version, he's 7 foot at the center and power forward spot. Also does have a 7'10" wingspan. He's an exceptionally good defender, 96 block, 95 interior defense, 90 steal, 88 perimeter. He's got amazing Hall of Fame defensive badges, and then even offensively, like he's got a 92 3 ball. He's got Hall of Fame catch and shoot, corner specialist, and even Hall of Fame limitless range, which is crazy good on the card. He's got a very solid jump shot. He can even move a little bit when need be. I mean, just all around is one of the better pink diamond cards currently in my team. I think Elgin Baylor probably also does go in that A tier category. A very good point guard. He's 6'5", has that Trey leaner, pretty good sigs, and he has that PJ Tucker base and the Steph Curry upper, which is such a good jump shot together. Very easy to green and also super quick as well. So I think Elgin Baylor for me personally is going to be an A tier for now. I would say Jonathan Bender also A tier. I mean, he's still a 7 foot small forward with amazing all around stats and badges. He's 7 foot at the 3 with a 7'4" wingspan. I mean, the stats are pretty much 90 in everything that's important. Like he's got a 92 block, 90 interior defense. He's going to be a solid defender, amazing at going to the basket with a 95 driving dunk, 97 vertical. You take a look at his animations. I mean, this jump shot is actually very, I would say, surprisingly good. Like when I saw this, I thought his release was going to be not that great, but the Montrezl Harrell base and the Trae Young upper, for whatever reason, is actually pretty good on quick timing. And then he also does have some amazing dribble sigs with the Trae Young size up and the Steph Curry escape, which means he can hit people with the Curry slide, and his movement is really, really good for a 7 foot card in my team. I would say Charlie is probably B tier. A nice, just solid power forward in the game. Nothing crazy about the card. He's got a solid jump shot, plays decent defense in game. I think he's just going to be in B tier. I think there probably are a couple better power forwards. Simbular, he's going D tier. I know he's super overpowered on the offensive end in the sense that he's pretty much unguardable against most other power forwards and centers in the game because he's 7'5" with a 7'9" wingspan. But I just don't think you can get over the fact that he's got 30 speed, 30 acceleration. So he's going to be basically unusable on the defensive end because you can just run around him every single play. And also when he's trying to get back in transition, like if you were to score with him on the offensive end, he gets a dunk or a layup. Him trying to run back down the court is literally impossible. That you can just take your center and just beat him down the court every single time, especially in clutch time, you know, especially in clutch time where you can just beat people off the dribble and really, and basically he's just what's the word I'm trying to look for? He's super he's a liability on the defensive end is what I'm trying to say, because of his speed and his acceleration. And he also can't shoot threes, which, you know, it would help if he could at least shoot a 3 ball and make him more of a threat on the offensive end. So overall, I think Simbular, he's just got to go in that D tier category. Ousmane Dieng, I think, is probably S tier. I think he's easily one of the best pink diamond cards in my team. He's 6'10" at the 1 with a 7'2" wingspan, all around great stats and badges. He's got a very decent jump shot. And then if you take a look at his dribble sigs, like he's got very solid sigs as well for a 6'10" card. He's got the Trae Young escape. He's got the Trae Young size up. I mean, he's going to move like a guard, you know, he's going to move like a small guard, even though he's 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan. So I do think Ousmane Dieng is going to be our first pink diamond in S tier. I would say Thad Young is probably C. Not a bad pink diamond card by any means. Like he's very solid. He's got an okay jump shot, pretty good dribble sigs. His movement's very nice. Like, he's got good defensive stats. I mean, just all around is a solid card. I just don't know if you can put him higher than C tier. Dino is probably either high B tier or low A tier. I think I'll still give Dino A tier because of his wingspan being almost 8 foot. He's got this defense, his size up, his movement, super lead. He's got that D-Midge base with the Jared Vanderbilt upper. On quick timing, I think is a very solid release. And then, I mean, his stats are pretty good. Like, he's got about high 80s in every single defensive category. And then he does have like low 90s in the block and the interior defense. But I think Dino still probably got to go in that A tier category. Pink Diamond Diop, I think, is probably C tier alongside D-Rob. I mean, the cards are not bad at the center position. They're still very nice budget centers in the game, and Pink Diamond centers, because there's really not that many actually centers in the game at the Pink Diamond tier. I mean, Diop 7 foot with the 7'4" wingspan, great defensive stats with a 94 block, 94 interior defense, 88 steal, 88 perimeter. But the best thing about this card has to be his jump shot with the Chris Bosh base and the Oscar Robertson upper. On quick timing is a super quick jump shot and also very easy to green for a budget big in the game. So I think Diop probably going to be, for me personally, in C or B tier. And then D-Rob still plays really good defense. He's a big body, he can grab rebounds, and is decently athletic, but his jump shot's on normal timing. So I kind of want to move Diop maybe into B tier and then have D-Rob in C tier. Mark Eden, for me personally, I think is going to be in C. I like cards that can shoot. I really like to have better spacing on my floor, so I would personally take Diop at the center position over Mark Eden. If you guys want to throw Mark Eden in B tier, I think that's perfectly fair to say. For me personally, I don't like the card as much because I like all my players on my court, all the cards on my court, to be able to shoot and really be able to space with the floor on a 5-out, or just be able to space the floor, you know, and drive and kick. That's kind of the main source of my offense, especially in clutch time. So for me personally, I would throw Mark Eden in the C tier category. Eddie Curry's going D tier. The card's jump shot is basically unusable, and compared to D-Rob and Mark Eden, I think there's just better centers at the Pink Diamond tier. Taco Fall, easy S tier. I mean, he's still the best Pink Diamond card in the game, and he's still one of the best cards just in general in my team. I don't think I even need to look at the card. On 2KDB, you guys know what this card can do. He's 7'6" at the power forward position, 8'2" wingspan. I mean, he's just one of the more glitchy and overpowered cards currently in the game. I mean, Taco Fall obviously got to go in the S tier category. Herb Jones, I would say, is probably either low B tier or high C. I'm gonna go probably C tier for now, alongside Jay Crowder. They're both very solid budget shooting guards in the game. I just think there's probably a couple better options at the shooting guard position that will probably be in B or A tier, but very nice budget, you know, Pink Diamond shooting guards in the game. Herb Jones, a great defender, and then Jay Crowder, a great two-way card, just maybe a tad bit undersized. So for me personally, they're both gonna go in C tier. I would say this Jared Jeffries card, Jared Jeffries, I would say he probably goes in B tier, right? I would say he's 6'11", which is nice at the 3, if I could actually spell his name right. Yeah, he's 6'11" at the 3 with a 7-foot wingspan. You know, good all-around stats, nothing too crazy, but he does have a very solid jump shot with the Kobe Bryant base. John Collins upper on quick timing is very decent of a release. He just has no dribble sigs, and that's probably his biggest flaw, but because of his height and his jump shot, I still probably will give him that B tier category. I would take him maybe over a card like Thad Young. Jeff Green, easy B tier for me. I think he's a very underrated small forward in the game currently, especially at that Pink Diamond tier. I think he's really good at going to the basket. He's a super quick card and does have a very solid jump shot. Joe Ingles, for me personally, is easy A tier, possibly even S. I think he will get moved up to S tier. Just want to keep him in A tier for now, but a very good point guard, 6'8". I mean, just has a great jump shot, good dribble sigs, and he's 6'8" at the point guard position. Kelly Oubre, I would say, is probably B tier, a little bit better than Herb Jones and Jay Crowder. I mean, Kelly's a very underrated like Pink Diamond shooting guard in the game because there's really not too many great ones in my team right now, but he's 6'7" at the 2 with a 7'2" wingspan. I mean, just great all around stats and badges. He's got a very solid jump shot. He's got the Carmelo Anthony size up, the Kobe escape, which is decent together. Not my favorite size up and escape in the game, but still pretty good movement wise and all around. I think Kelly Oubre probably somewhere in that B tier category. Alongside Reggie Lewis, I'm gonna throw him probably, I would say Reggie's either high B tier or low A tier. I mean, his jump shot's a little bit questionable. Everything about the card though, besides that, I think is super elite. So I'm gonna throw Reggie Lewis in that A tier category. Jabari Parker, I would say is the Jeff Green level. I'd probably throw him in B tier. Peter Gudmundsson, I'm going S tier. I think he's such a good center card in my team. He's 7'2" at the 5 with a 7'10" wingspan. Great jump shot on him. He's a very solid defender, can grab rebounds. He's pretty quick. for his size and his wingspan. So I think Peter deserves to be in the S tier category. Poku, I'm gonna throw A tier. I think he's slightly better than a card like Jeff Green, Jabari Parker, and Jared Jeffries at the small forward position, and I do think he's maybe a little bit worse than Jonathan Bender. They're both 7-foot small forwards. Jump shots are solid, dribble sigs are solid as well, but they're both just super overpowered and tall at their position. Austin Reeves, I would say, is probably C tier. I mean, he's just not a great card at the point guard position, even though he's a lot better than his moments one because he can play point guard. RJ Barrett, I think, is probably also C tier, maybe a little bit worse than Jay Crowder and Herb Jones. I definitely don't think he's on the, Caris LeVert or Kelly Oubre Jr. level. So I do think RJ, even though he's a really fun card to use for his pink diamond, I think he's probably got to go in C tier. Robert Williams, is it crazy to say A? I think he's such an underrated card in the game for that pink diamond tier. I mean, his defense is so elite, being 6'8" at the small forward spot with a 7-foot wingspan. He's such a good defender. 95 block, 92 steal, 94 lateral quickness, 95 perimeter with a 97 interior defense. He's got tons and tons of Hall of Fame defensive badges. Even offensively, like, they gave him some really good Hall of Fame shooting badges like catch and shoot, corner specialist, deadeye, and limitless range, all on Hoff. And then he does have, a pretty decent jump shot and some very solid dribble sigs as well. So for me, Robert Williams, I think for his hero version, is actually going to be in the A tier category alongside Tim Thomas. Even though I know he's like technically outdated and not a lot of people do run him anymore, I still think he's probably better than a card like Poku and on that like Jonathan Bender type of level. Like, I think Bender's definitely better than him, but I do think he deserves to be in the A tier category. And then we do have this Vladimir. I don't know how to say his last name, but Vladimir, I think, is probably B. I would say probably B tier. I would say he's a very solid small forward in the game. And then Luke Walton, I do think, still deserves to be in the A tier category. So now, guys, we have to move 2 of these pink diamond cards from A tier into the S tier spot. I think for me personally, I'm gonna move Jonathan Bender, and I think also Joe Ingles as well. I would say the cards that just barely miss out are cards like, Mo Bamba, Elgin Baylor, Luke Walton. I think those are great pink diamond cards, but in my opinion, these are the top 5 pink diamonds right now in my team. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my pink diamond card tier list, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.